beginning of the John Dellenback Dunes Trail. There's the trailhead sign and the bridge over the creek, and it's a beautiful day. Let's go on a hike on the Dellenback Dunes Trail. Hello everyone. Here we are at the Oregon Dunes, and we're about to take a walk to the top of the big dune. Okay, we're climbing the dune. And there's a really nice vista south. Lucy's trying to hurry me. As you get Yes, as you get to the top of the dune, this is what you start to see.
Lucy, you stay up here.
It's January now, so things are a little misty in the morning. You can't see a sharply defined ocean, but it's out there. And here's what you could see to the north and east. Here we are at the top of the dune. And you can see far ahead. It's about, 4 miles to the beach from here. Okay, people, now we've traveled south and a little bit west. That ridge you see in the middle distance there, that is the high dune we were just on. And we have a pretty good vista here of all the dunes surrounding us. To the south, where there's a lot more trees, there's a creek that goes through that area. And then the tree line to the west is the way to go to the ocean. There's a little tree island here, which is a good area to get your bearings whenever you're walking around down here, because it's kind of easy to get lost. Okay, here we are to the west of where we were before. We're about to climb this ridge here up onto the big dune again. It's pretty close to the tree island. Okay, we're up on the dune. You can kind of see our footprints of where we were before. There's the ridge of the dune. On top of the dune, the wind always makes some interesting sculptures with the hard sand at the crest. We just have one interesting one here in this area. There's a little one there too. And there's the tree island to the west. Here's a bit of a close-up of that formation, and you can see the cross bedding patterns that happen in the different layers due to the wind. So here we are at the very top, and we're looking north, and there's a few things that we can see. For example, across the way you can see some more wind sculpture patterns in some of the layers on the dune to the north. You can see the trail markers. There are those logs sticking up. There's a couple of them in this frame. And the official trail goes kind of through a low area. You have to be careful this time of year traveling in those low areas because there's quicksand in places, and I've fallen into it a few times.
I've fallen into it too.
So here we are, still on top of the dune, a little bit to the west of where we were. There's some more sand sculptures here, and such a great view to the south. There's the forest. And if you want to go to the ocean from here, you go that way. There's probably a lake through the deflation plain. So it's kind of rough this time to even attempt to go to the ocean this time of year. Here's the view to the north, and you can see more tree islands as you head north. And up through there, at some point, the ATVs are allowed. So that's one great thing about coming to the Dellenback dunes, is that you don't have to contend with any ATV traffic. And you usually don't hear it, especially in the winter. Just a few seconds later, we have a light aircraft coming through. And you get an even better view of those wind sculptures. We've come back quite a bit east now along the ridge of the dune here, and getting towards the end of our hike. There's some more sand sculptures along the ridge here. A lot more footprints in them. There's been some activity from the hikers. But here they are. And great views. And that's our little tour of the dunes.